this webinar. So welcome to the Creating Confidence Masterclass. I am so excited to share this energy with you guys tonight, to share this training, this free training. And before we get into all of the things, all of the details, I want to congratulate every single person for being here live. And even if you can't make it live and you're watching this later on, the recording, I want to congratulate you. And I do this at the beginning of like all of my trainings because it says something about who you are, that you show up for yourself to sit and to listen and to learn about personal development and mindset. And these things are the fundamentals of who we are and how we live our life. And so I just want to congratulate you so much for being here, and know that just being here is so amazing and so special. And I don't want you to just think that that's normal, because it's not. Most women don't do things like this. So I want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for showing up for yourself. And I do truly, again, from the bottom of my heart, I mean this, like I might cry during this webinar, I cry during everything, but I believe, no, trust me, if you ever meet me in real life, I cry like 3 times a day. So Carlette is like, yeah, I know, I've been there. I believe that every woman who watches this, we all came together to watch this for a specific reason, and we're all meant to watch this together. I truly believe that with the bottom of my heart. So I just want to set that tone and share that with you, because I believe it. And if you take really everything from this training tonight and really listen to it with your heart, listen to it openly, allow yourself to feel, be real with yourself. You might cry. You might be triggered by some things I say. You might feel really happy. You might have moments of sadness. You might have all kinds of emotions, and it's okay. All right. So a lot of you know me. I'm happy that you're here, Ashley. A lot of you know me, and a lot of you may be catching this later on and you've never watched a webinar with me before leading. You've never taken a course with me. I am new to you. So I'm going to actually introduce myself before we get started. Okay. So I am Stephanie. I lead women to empower themselves through confidence in fitness, mindset, and business. So my whole foundation of what I do is based off of confidence. This is why everything is called Courageously Confident. It's the umbrella of our community, because everything we do is the foundation of how we feel and how we believe in ourselves and our worth and our value. And that comes from how we feel in our own hearts. Everything is confidence is the foundation to everything, the way you show up. Okay, so I train essentially confidence and help women find their confidence through fitness, through running their own business, and through mindset. And tonight you're going to experience more of the mindset component, which really is also the foundation as well. Okay, so feel free to be active if you are live, to ask questions, to chat, to talk, to give your feedback, to say what you're feeling. When I ask questions, answer in the chat box, and ask questions to me if things come up, okay? It's your time to show up and really use this to your benefit, okay, guys? So I am excited for you guys to be here. I want you to be interactive, ask questions, use this opportunity, and be open and honest and real and raw with yourself. Don't be afraid to hold back, okay? I really want you to be present during this time. Be present. Don't be on your phone like half here, half there. Be here. It's not a very long time. Be here for yourself and see what you can discover about yourself during this time. See what you discover. Challenge yourself to be open to this conversation tonight. There is 17 people on here right now. 17 women are showing up. Be a strong person of these 17 women and show up the way you want to show up. Go in with this saying, this could be the spark that you needed to change something in your life right now. Like, this could be it. Something that I say or someone says tonight could be the spark that you need, the thing that you need to hear that is going to change everything for you. And I believe that in my heart. Okay? Okay. You guys are amazing. I hope you brought tissues. Okay? Now, we are not going to cry. Last time I said we're going to cry, I think I was the only one that cried. All right. So let's get started. Who is excited? Are you ready? I know it's midnight where some of you are. Let's get excited. Let's get happy. Let's discover. Let's just get started. So when you think of confidence, what do you think of? When you think of confidence, am I confident? Am I confident? What do you think of when you think of confidence? Because I want to start this off with a conversation of what actually confidence is, because I believe many women are confused when it comes to confidence, and that's why we don't find it. That's why we don't know how to find it in our lives, because we're like, what is confidence? I think some of us have this unrealistic expectation or don't even know what confidence is, and yet we're searching for it, and we don't even know what it is. So let's start off. What is confidence to you? Anything that comes to mind. It can be a word. It can be a full description. What is confidence to you when you think of the word confidence? To me, it is doing things without worrying what others think, Sabrina says. I love that. I'm sure many of you agree. Not worrying what other people think is a huge one, for sure. What else? Clarity, self-drive, power, energy, leadership, not worrying about what anyone else's opinions, trusting yourself. Someone that is sure of themselves, not doubting yourself and your decisions. Yes, I love these. I love these. So reflecting, and if still come in, that's fine. Believing in yourself. Yes, knowing that I am flawed but still capable of so much. Not caring what others think. Not caring that they're watching you or making judgments. Just going about my day without feeling like I do not belong. So who here feels like they're lacking confidence in their life in general? Yes or no? Courtney is like, it's okay. This is a time. Yeah. Say yes. Say yes in the chat box if you feel like you're lacking confidence. Me, says Natasha. It's okay. Oh, yes. 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 This is why we're all here right now. You're not alone. We've got 19 people on and people who are going to watch this later. So what area, if the first thing comes to your mind, if I say, where are you lacking confidence? Can you specify one area of your life that you feel like you're lacking confidence? The first or one or two things that come to mind. In your job, in your education, in your body, in your ability, in your relationships, trusting yourself. Where are you lacking confidence? Work and skills in my career, all of that. That's okay. At work, body, relationships. Number one is body, but still in general, work. I lack confidence in trusting myself, trusting my abilities, job, but it's getting better. In abilities and relationships, I isolate myself because I doubt myself. Wow. Trusting myself. Hi, Sarah. It's okay. You're late. Just got home. It's all good. It's all good. Hello. Relationships at times. Wow. Yeah. With food. I didn't think that one was going to come confidence with food, trusting yourself with eating. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, oh my God, food, right? Okay. All these things. So right now, if you're journaling and taking notes, I don't want you to sit and take notes the whole time. I want you to be present, but I want you to recognize what the first like 2 or 3 things are that you feel like you lack confidence, and write that down. So when you go to reflect after this training, you can say, okay, those were the first 2 things. Those are the first 2 things I'm going to try and conquer. Ability, body, trust, relationship, decision-making, trusting others. Okay. Good, good, good. So here's the thing. We all know, because you were all saying what confidence is feeling certain in yourself, not worrying what other people think, like all these, like not this, like valuing yourself, knowing your worth, all these things. So here's the thing. What are you doing right now to build your confidence? What are you doing right now to build and grow your confidence? You're aware what confidence is. You're aware that you don't feel confident. You're aware of areas that you want to work on your confidence. So let me ask you, what are you doing right now to help build your confidence? And this might be the part where you're like, Steph, you're triggering me because I'm not doing anything. Hannah says nothing. This is why we're here. It's okay. What are you doing to build your confidence? I don't know what to do. I work on my skills. I researched out myself to get better. When I go back to my job, that's amazing. Working on communication skills, trying to trying but struggling with gym consistency. Yes. Working out, setting expectations for myself, celebrating when I meet them, taking classes to improve. Yes, yes, yes. Coaching. Amazing. So here is the thing. Most of the time we stay in this low confidence area because we do not do anything to build our confidence. We sit and wait for some fairy to come and sprinkle confidence dust on us, and we wait to do anything until we feel confident. That's not how confidence works. We're not born confident. We get confident by doing things. We get confident by doing things. So imagine this, and this is the best way to explain this, is imagine that confidence is your bicep. I'm going to flex my bicep, okay? Imagine confidence is your bicep. If you want to grow your bicep, you're going to go to the gym and you're going to build your bicep. And then you're going to go back tomorrow and you're going to build it again and again and again. And you're going to come home and you're going to feed it. You're going to feed it and you're going to fuel it and you're going to rest it. And you're going to take care of it. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to build it. And then one day, you are going to be like, go up to your friend or your fiance or your boyfriend. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, look at my bicep. It took me 2 months, but look at my bicep. Imagine if you go to the gym or go and do the thing and you're like, I'm going to work on my confidence. I'm going to work on my confidence. You're going to come home and you're going to nourish your confidence. You're going to love your confidence. You're going to work on it. And then one day you're going to go up to your friend or your man or whoever and be like, look at my confidence. Do you think that's impossible for you right now where you're at? Or do you think that's possible? Is that possible for you? To be like, look at my confidence. Amy's like, yeah, I can see people nodding. Like, look at my confidence. Look at it. It's possible. I love that. So it's possible. I love this. It's possible. It is. But we need to work on it to build it. So one of the very first things that people say when they describe me, you're confident. Well, no wonder it's called Courageously Confident. I must be confident if I'm going to lead Courageously Confident and the branding and lead women to become confident. But I was not always confident. I had to learn to be confident by doing things. Hi, Julia. I had to do things that were new and scary and really exciting and amazing to build confidence. I had to step outside of my comfort zone. I had to do things that terrified me for years of my life. I am 27. About 23 years of my life I spent being absolutely miserable and not confident. And if I can shift so fast into a level where I am very certain and happy and trusting of myself, you can do the very same thing. It doesn't mean you have to take as long as it took me. It means that you need to decide that you are going to become the woman that you know is inside you, that confident, worthy woman. People tell me I'm confident, but I don't see it. I only see that I'm scared and feel like I don't know so many things. Yeah. So we need to start. And if you're someone right now who's been feeling like this for a long time, you need to start to do things to make you confident. And we're going to go through a lot of different things that you can do. Confidence is not giving a shit about what other people think. Yes, Julia. I love it. Okay. So many of us wait. We wait and wait and wait to be confident before we do something. That's wrong. We need to do something first in order to become confident. We have it switched, right? I'm going to wait until I lose weight to go to the gym. I'm going to wait till I'm confident to do my first live video. No, you need to do the first live video first to become confident. You need to go to the gym first to build confidence. We have it all twisted, right? So we think confidence is just going to happen and then we'll be able to do the thing. It's wrong, right? Nobody is born with this amazing self-confidence, right? If someone seems to have incredible confidence, it's because they're working on building it and they do it every day and they do new things every day to keep growing, right? It's something that you learn and you build up. Confidence is a result. I find the older we are, the more we realize this. It's amazing, Stephanie, you learned this so young. Thank you so much. And this is something that I'm very open to share now that I'm stepping into a new part of my life, is I truly believe that I was born to lead women to become more confident in their life. That is like my new tagline. This is my purpose. Because it hurts me to watch so many women hold themselves back because they're not confident. Do you understand what is on the other side of your potential if you just step into your power? Do you even know? You don't even know what is on the other side of your life, of who you are, when you step into this confidence and this happiness and this self-worth. Amazing tagline, Hallie says. Yes. Beautiful purpose to have. And I want you to have a purpose that's so ingrained in you that I feel the same about mine, because this feeling is so unbelievably amazing. So I want you to find that. And I know you can find it. We just put so much stuff in front of us that it gets hidden. Okay? Okay. So when you're confident, you're happy. When you're confident, you're happy, right? We all have confident moments like, oh, I just did a thing and I'm happy, right? When you're confident, we're happy, correct? When you're happy, you're also confident. So to work on confidence, we also need to work on our happiness. We need to do things that make us happy. We need to bring more happiness into our lives. It goes both ways, right? So typically when you're confident in your abilities and who you are, you're happier because you're doing things that make you feel productive and successful, right? And when you feel better about your capabilities, you're more energized and motivated to take action towards your goals. Does this make sense? So when you are doing things that you love to do, you feel productive, you feel accomplished, you feel happy, and you feel confident, right? The happier you are, the more confident you are. Yes, ma'am. So we get stuck in this funk of not doing things that light us up because we're scared, but those are the things we need to be doing to make us happy, to make us feel reassured, and to make us feel confident, because we're showing ourselves that we're good, right? That we're showing ourselves what we're capable of. And that's the best feeling, right? So it goes hand in hand. When you're confident, you're happy. When you're happy, you're confident. Your success makes you confident, and therefore you're motivated to take more action to achieve what you want to achieve. Who here right now has goals that they want to achieve, but they're not taking action to achieve them? And this is a place to be very honest. It's okay. We're all here for a purpose. Me, I do. So do you realize, yes, we all have these goals. Guilty as charged. Do you want to live a life where you sit and you're scared of living your dream? Or do you want to live a life where you're like, I'm so excited because today I am going to reach for what I want to reach for? Just started to do it? Yes. Honestly ask yourself, do you want to live a life where you just are watching other people live their dreams? Or do you want to live a life that's so magical for you? No more a life full of passion and fulfillment. I want to get boudoir photos done, but been waiting until I reach my goal weight. My photographer said you're waiting, and then you will say you're too old. You need to do it now, Julia. You do it now. You embrace now, and then in a year you do them again, and a year you do them again. You get on that. Everyone's cheering you on right now. Look at the conversation. I signed up even though I need to lose weight as well. No one needs to lose weight to get photos done. This is a whole nother webinar, and it's firing me up, first of all. And who says you have to lose weight to get photos? This is absurd. This is why we're here. I plan to do it. Good. Let me know who you do, who does your photos, Julia. Julia lives where I live, so I'll be very intrigued, and I'd love to come cheer you on. That's a whole other story. Okay. So there's all things we want to do, and we're putting it off because why? We don't feel good enough. We feel like we can't do it. Comparison mode comes in. We see someone else do it, and you think, well, I'm not good as her, so why would I even try? Or I'm not going to do it because what if I fail, right? What if I fail if I try to do this thing? But what's the definition of failure? That's in your head. You make up the definition of failure. We decide to fail before we even start because we don't take action. We decide to fail. You are literally deciding to fail because you're not taking action. Fear of failure ingrained in me since I was a child. And Hannah, you have the ability to change that. You have the ability to change that at any moment. You're here right now, you want to change, and that's special, and recognize that. We have been grown up with parents and family members and a lot of other social media, so many things telling us what is right and what is wrong. The moment that you decide that you have control of what is right and what is wrong for your life is the moment you win. No one decides what is right and wrong for you. You decide. You decide. And I get it. The thoughts are there. The thoughts linger. The negative thoughts are there, but you have control of how you react to them. You can get up and move, or you can sit in your sorrow. And this is I told you, you might be triggered by some things I say. I am unavailable. I literally do not have time for women to decide to hate themselves. If you want to hate yourself, that's a choice. It is an absolute choice. If you want to feel unhappy in your life, in your body, in anything, that is a choice. And you have the choice to stay in it, or you have the choice to get out by taking action, by doing things for yourself. And it's usually things that are scary and new, because those are the things that are going to change your life. I promise you, the bottom of my heart, those are the things. Okay? Oh, I get so heated. I get so emotional. Then I get on tangent and I forget where I'm going. All right? So self-confidence essentially means, so this is what happens. We need to do something to show ourselves that we're good at it, right? And then we build confidence, right? The first time you do something new and you do it and you're like, oh my God, I did it. You're so excited. That's when confidence happens, right? But so it's like you have to do the thing, then self-confidence happens, right? So there's something called self-efficacy. Has anyone heard of this? So this tends to be kind of the concept that the things you're going to do in the future, you're very certain that I'm going to do this, right? So whatever you have planned in the future, yeah, you have confidence from other things in the past, but self-efficacy is really about your future performance. So it all goes hand in hand. When you're confident in doing new things now, and then you have other new things in the future, that confidence leads to self-efficacy, saying that in the future, you're confident in what you can do in the future. You're confident in the abilities of things that you haven't done before, right? So people who are very successful with high self-esteem have a greater, obviously, sense of self-worth. They enjoy life a lot more. They tend to be more free from self-doubt. Now, I want to touch on this for a minute, because this is something a lot of women think, and who here either thinks it or maybe used to think it, that you're waiting for the day that you'll never have a negative thought again about yourself. You're waiting for the day. You're like, I just can't wait till the day that I don't think that, oh, I look in the mirror, I don't look good, or the day that I don't make a mistake. That is not possible. That's not possible. I have days where I don't feel worthy. I have days where I want to give up. I have days where I want to throw it all away. The difference is that you don't. Waiting for that day, knowing it's non-existent. So if you right now are waiting for the day that it's all going to feel perfect, that's never going to come. Resiliency is part of this. Knowing that there are going to be days that suck, but you stick with it. That used to be me, but some days I still feel that way, but I do, yes, exactly, you do something about it, right? So it's not complete freedom of self-doubt, but it's that your norm is more positive. Your norm is self-worth, right? Freedom of just allowing yourself to be you. And again, it comes with more energy and motivation to act. This all comes back to acting, not sitting in the sorrow, not sitting in the negativity, but acting and building this confidence is so freaking powerful. All right. So how do you build confidence? How do you practice confidence and positivity? So right now, we're all here for a reason. Whether you're watching the replay or you're here right now, you want to feel a different way than you feel right now, whether it's in general or one area of your life. So I want you to take a moment, and I'm going to mute myself and, block myself from going on video. And I really want you can too, take maybe 5 minutes, and I want you to visualize the woman that you want to be. Visualize deep in your heart and your soul the woman that is trying so hard to come out, but something's missing. I want you to visualize what that feels like, what it looks like, who it is. Does this make sense? Visualize, be detailed. What does that woman look like? Okay? And then share in the chat box. And if anyone wants to speak, they can, but please share in the chat box. I'm going to live a few minutes to visualize the most confident, amazing version of you that you know is possible, but it's hiding, and we're going to let her out. Okay? Few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay. I'm going to read some of those that are popped up. And if you want to share, please share. If you're still reflecting, you can right now, or you can do this later on, maybe when you're by yourselves. So Sabrina says, for me, I would be moving up in my company, in my department, living abroad, and living life to the fullest, and just being happy with where I am and where I'm going. That's amazing. So what, right now, for anyone, why aren't you living life to the fullest right now? Why aren't you happy with where you are right now and where you're going? If you're visualizing where you want to be, is it possible to be happy with where you are right now? To live life to the fullest right now? Sabrina says, making progress since I've taken more responsibilities at work, and I booked a trip to go overseas for almost a month next year. Can I come off mute? Yes, just 1 second. Naomi says, I'm holding myself back. Yessie says, a woman who doesn't second guess herself in decisions, a woman who takes a stance in her career, in my case, to be more assertive and communicative, a woman who is sure of where her future is going. I can't decide on what I want. I want to continue traveling. Oh my gosh. The most confident version of myself doesn't hide in the shadows and puts herself out in the world to build relationships with friends and a special someone. She isn't fearful of starting her own blog and sharing her story with the world. She creates her own happiness and makes opportunities for herself. I just wasn't living in the right environment to be able to live life to the fullest. Okay. Amy, you can go ahead and speak.
Hi. Okay. So I've kind of been, I guess, tampering with this sort of visualization thing for a while now. And just sort of always like trying to focus on like what would my next level self do, what would my higher self do, sort of thing. And I've had this very like consistent image of me sort of just like fully like in the moment, like not working at a like 9 to 5 job anymore, like fully developed in my business. Like I'm doing a podcast, I have the clients, I'm doing all the stuff, and I'm just like super confident and super, I don't know if productive is the right term, but like I just like there's no doubts, there's no second guessing myself. I just do without thinking about it because I know that in the end it's going to be the right thing to do, sort of thing. So I'm not really sure where in there, aside from just confidence in general, what's holding me back, but I don't know, I just sort of wanted to share that. So
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you. So going off of what Amy says, just being able to do what I want to do and trusting yourself that it's scary and it's new and it's, oh my God, and I could never imagine all these things, but you trust so hard that you do it. And you know what happens when you trust so hard and you do it? It works. It works. And it's the scariest thing to trust because we don't know the future, but when you have a mindset of it is going to work because I will make it work no matter what, that is the kind of mindset we want. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. Hannah says, I would be able to go anywhere without being anxious and worrying about others. I wouldn't be timid at my job because I know I'm good at what I do. I'd be able to communicate with my feelings to others. I'd be more expressive. I want to be able to get the job I deserved and earned, not the job that is easy to get because there are not many requirements. I want to travel, but I keep holding myself back because of finances, but I've traveled before and it's worked out. Imagine that. The most confident version of me would not be afraid to talk to new people. I would be rocking my side business. I would get the promotion at work. I would be open to new things and accepting of the things I can't change. Stay positive when I normally would do the poor me thing and learn from the situation. Yes. I just wrote a bunch of words and phrases. That's fine. Happy, decisive, not living in the shadows, not caring what everyone else thinks, not worrying about things that are out of my control, fully accepting myself at every stage, mindfully living, being vulnerable, singing and not caring that people hear me, strong, fit, working out the gym, trusting myself. I love this. So Hannah, you need to take this and you need to do and act on it. And I'm going to get to that part in a little bit, but these are such powerful things that I can tell are calling at you, that are there, and it's so possible for you, and it's calling you, and it just takes to do something. It's about acting. Julia says she's confident now. She's good now. I just love you, Julia. I just want my outside to match how I feel inside. I want to raise my standard for how I treat and nourish my body. I want to be like a canvas when people see me. Oh my God, I love this. And are like, yes, she works out and takes care of herself. It's not about caring what others think. It's about reflecting outside. Yes, I get that. And I love that so much. And this is where a lot of women feel like, well, if I'm really confident with how I look, then people are going to think like, oh, well, who is she? but it doesn't have to come across in that way. It can come across in a very like, I walk into a room and people know that I'm confident. You don't need to say a thing. People just know. And that's okay to have that feeling. I feel like in society, it's like, well, I can't be too showy or I can't be too out there, but you can be the way you want to be if you own it. You can. Believing in yourself can be so hard, but it's what we need to do for ourselves. Yes. Amy, I love that you went off mute. If I was a more confident version of me, I would have come off mute. Well, maybe there would be another opportunity in tonight that you can. Just saying. I believe no one will want you to succeed more than yourself. Yes, Ashley, Sabrina says. Yes, you can come off. Mata, you're good to go. Yeah.
So I just wanted to share something. In case not a lot of people know this, but up until like 6 months ago, October, I used to live in an Eastern European country, like one of the shitty ones. So for 32 years, I have been told that you don't know a lot of stuff, and who are you to talk? You're not a doctor. You have no idea about this or about that. You're not educated. So just shut up. Don't talk about it. Because this is the general mindset in that particular country. Just do the bare minimum and get by and just go to work and come home and have the kids and have the family, and that's it. And the environment is of that nature that you don't get to do more because you don't have money, because you're living paycheck to paycheck. Up until October last year, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to invest in myself, but I couldn't because I had nothing to invest. And now that I moved to a first world country, everything is so completely different. And the mindset here is completely different. And they want you to succeed, and they're helping you to succeed, and everything just works here. But I have 32 years of mindset that's telling me you're not going to. Who are you to succeed in this? And now I'm faced with the situation where I'm at work and I doubt myself because like I don't know this and I don't know how to do this, but naturally I know how to do this because I'm here. I got hired on this position. But it's the mindset, and it's 32 years of this that I need to break, and it's difficult.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to mute you and then go off of that. So most women here, we grow up in a mindset of our families, of our parents, of our, our siblings, and sometimes even the culture, the city, the place. And so I don't know how you feel other than how you describe it, but I do know that for 25 years, 26, 27, if you want to count right now, I grew up thinking I cannot live the life of my dreams where I live because no one does it here. It's not possible here. I can't. I grew up with parents who have a very negative money mindset. Anytime you spend money, it's bad. Anytime you spend money, it's bad. When I bought my wedding dress, it's bad. You have to spend money. Oh my God, this isn't fun. You have to spend money. Every single day, I have to deal with family that's very close to me and I love with my heart, not having the same mindset that I have. And over the last, I say 6 months, because it hasn't even been a year, 6 months, my mindset completely changed. And it is not the same as my parents, my mom. My dad is not here, my mom. And so I have to have conversations where my mom tells me it's bad to buy a wedding dress when it's supposed to be the best day of your life. When it's bad to spend money on a retreat that I know is going to change women's lives. That it's bad to spend money. I've been told this. But I do it because I know that it's not bad. It creates opportunities for people. So I'm just trying to share with you that even if it's 33 years or 27 years, it's possible to change, and you can change for you. And if you truly believe that it's possible to change and it's going to change for an amazing reason, then I know you can do this, and you are doing it. So this goes for everyone. Everyone, no matter if it's money or any kind of mindset that we're grown up with, and we grow, and we're in an age right now where that we can learn so many different things around mindset and our personal development, and we have this opportunity to live a different lives than our parents did, and they don't understand, and it's okay. It's okay. And the way you have those conversations is just, I love you, but it's going to be okay, and I've got this. This is how I'm living my life, you know? So it's so possible, even if it's 30 years or whatever of going through that you can change. You have that power to change. So thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going to go back up and make sure I didn't miss any. Ali says, rocking her business, so happy, living in abundance, traveling, enjoying sharing my expertise and working with wonderful women. I will be helping women nourish their bodies in all areas. I want to trust myself. People know or feel my confidence, and it will inspire them. Yes, 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 yes. Everyone is thanking Mata for sharing that, because it's very powerful, and I'm so happy that you did. Very open. That was your wedding dress experience too, Lindsay. Lindsay, I didn't even see that you're on here. There's so many people on here. Hello, Lindsay. You're here. I'm learning it's okay to invest in myself and not feel guilty. Yes, Ali says too, I'm learning about investing in myself and money issues or thoughts around money. I've been made fun of for wanting to live abroad and being interested in it since I was a kid, but I didn't spend all that time in school learning all these languages for nothing. Still my goal. Yes. Yes. Oh, we're going through so much. I carry people's energy, so I'm like, oh God. Like after this, I'm going to have a go to bed. So it's powerful to recognize where you want to be, like where you're not right now, but recognize and visualize where you want to be. It's essentially almost manifesting what's going to happen, but there's more to that. So when I was a little girl, and I never even knew this kind of life right now was possible to me, I remember dreaming, like laying in bed dreaming, like one day, Steph, you're going to be like leading something, or you're going to be hosting something, or just like, I didn't know what it was, but I remember dreaming it, not even knowing that this life was possible right now. So at that time, I was just dreaming and I wasn't acting. I thought this couldn't be my life. Only certain quote unquote special people can have this life. But when I realized that I can create any kind of life that I want, the game changed. And so the first time I decided to take a step and do something new, it was terrifying because I didn't know. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So if you're right now like in a space where you want something deep in your heart and soul, but it's scary to take the first step, take the first step, because it's going to show you what you're capable of, and it's not as scary as you think it is. It's not as scary as you think it is, right? So when we have this sometimes negative, perception of ourselves, we don't see ourselves the way we actually are, because it's so ingrained in our minds of what we've been taught. We don't see it. Like so many women, especially my clients who I see like face to face, they're so negative. And I'm like, if only you could see yourself the way I see you. Like, I just wish for a moment people could see the way I see themselves. It would change everything. It would change everything for you. So it's starting to really, practice visualizing what you want and what you know you're capable of, because you literally are capable of everything. I believe that in my heart and soul. It's about doing it, right? And we tend to live in this type of way of we live in the way of what we believe ourselves to be. So if we believe we're not confident, we believe we're not good enough, we believe we're not, we don't look good enough, we're going to act that same way. We're going to show up not as good as we could, right? We believe, oh, I'm not fit, then you're going to, not have good posture and be like, and hide. But if you live believing that you are strong and empowered, you're going to do the things in line with that, right? You ever notice when you get in a funk and you're just like, well, I'm just going to lay in bed. And there goes a full day, and there goes a whole weekend. Does that help you feel good? No. So it all comes back, and I sound like a broken record, but it comes back to doing things that make you feel good. Yeah, Sabrina's like me. Yeah. So when you find yourself getting into these negative thoughts and not feeling good, you literally need to do something to make you feel good, right? From what I said at the start, it's not about waiting to feel good. It's about creating something to do that makes you feel good. So the simplest terms is when you have a bad day and you just like, you don't want to wash your hair, you don't want to have a shower, you don't want to put yourself together, put yourself together. That will instantly make you feel better. Instantly. Have a shower, do your hair, put on makeup, get dressed, even if you're not going somewhere. Don't sit and sulk. That's just going to red lipstick and matching undies. Yes, put it all together. Make yourself feel good because that's going to create that feeling of feeling good. And then I guarantee you when you feel good, you're going to want to do something that's more productive that makes you happy. When you feel yourself getting in a funk, don't sit on the couch all day. Do something, pick yourself up. Do you know, and this is because I'm an alien, the weekends are the worst days of my life because I have time to do nothing. And I don't like to do nothing. So I create work on the weekends. But I'm having an amazing bubble bath right now. I love that. Right? So I have to put myself together. I have to pick myself up. I do longer times at the gym. I schedule meetings. I do photo shoots. I do things on the weekend because I can't sit and do nothing. It's just not just who I am. I'm not saying there's never a time to relax and do nothing. There is. But if there's too much of that, you fall into doing nothing. And then a year goes by and you're like, what did I do? And then you hit a wall and you're like, well, okay, that was a year. That was a year wasted. And that hits to home sometimes when you waste that much time. And when we realize, oh, it's just a day, it's just a day, it's just a day, just a day. There's a month, there's 2 months, there's 6 months. Well, I might as well just throw off the whole year. We'll wait till the next year. No. You can change your life at any moment. Do you believe right now, do you believe, honestly, yes or no, do you believe that you can change your life in a moment? Yes, yes, yes. I've done that. Yes, because you can. So you believe it, you do it. Okay? So something that I really love, this is going on to a new kind of concept right now, is, well, I have a love-hate relationship depending on the way you view it. Affirmations. So if you've heard me talk about affirmations before, I say it in a kind of a good way or sometimes a very sarcastic way. I'm going to write my affirmations. I'm going to read them every day. I'm going to look in the mirror and tell myself I'm beautiful. And then a month later, you're like, well, I've been telling myself I'm beautiful and I don't feel beautiful yet. I've been writing affirmations. You are pretty. You're amazing. I don't feel it yet. You need to do something with your affirmations if you're going to do affirmations. I don't write affirmations. Affirmations are not the key to life. They're not, unless you do something with it. So if you wake up and look at yourself every day in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, it might not work unless you actually believe it and do something that makes you feel beautiful. So, right, instead of doing the affirmation thing, I have a new concept for you. So basically, our brain likes to accept positive statements quicker, and we like to understand questions better than positive affirmations. So instead of saying, I am beautiful, or I am worthy, or I am confident, our brain just psychologically likes to say that in a question. So for example, and it's going to sound funny, you say to yourself, Steph, why are you so confident? Why are you so, like, girl, like, why are you so dedicated, right? That's a little bit different because it's like, oh, why are you so good at, like, live streams? Or why are you so good at what you do, right? So take something that you love about yourself and not just say, like, I am great or I am pretty, but, like, you know, like, Sarah, like, girl, like, why am I so pretty? Like, it's just a funner way, and your brain actually likes to be asked questions. You don't necessarily have to have a logical reason, like, why am I so confident? I don't know. Why am I so pretty? I don't know, right? But it's just a fun kind of twist on those affirmations that just, you don't need to have a valid answer to the question. It just, your brain processes it. Our brains are wired to look for answers whether they analyze the perfect response or not. So maybe if you're someone who's trying to do the affirmation thing, oh, I'm so glad you love that. Turn it into a question. So it's like you're already confirming that you are that. You're just asking yourself like, girl, how'd I get like that? Like, right? And it's just a fun twist on things, because who here has tried to do the affirmation things before and it doesn't work? Because it doesn't work unless you do actually ask, right? Like, yes. Oh, I'm so glad you guys love that. You could write pages of affirmations. It doesn't mean anything. But when you put a little twist on it, it might mean something. It might actually get you to feel an emotion, make you feel good, give you a little spark. Try it in the morning. Why you fly? Why you so fly? Like, right? It's probably going to start your day off a little bit better than I am good, I am smart, I am, right? Like, add a little spunk to your life, right? It's 2019. We got it, right? So I love that, turning it into a question. And if you guys, take these things and use them, post them in the group, in the community, and be like, I practiced what we did on, the webinar, and share it with people, because then if it feels weird for someone right now and they see that you do it, it might boost their confidence to actually do it. So share it. Share whatever you come up with to say to yourself. Okay. The negative, let's go back for a minute to, we're going to go way over an hour. Maybe not way over, but it's almost an hour and time goes by. So who here, and we all know, we struggle with the negative thoughts. What do we do with the negative thoughts? What are some negative thoughts that you have? So some examples. I literally said to myself, damn, you look so cute today. And I did a happy walk into my office. I love that. I love it. So what are some negative thoughts that you might have? Some that I might have is, I'll never fully succeed, or I'll never be good enough, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can't think of them when I ask myself, but some are, I'll never succeed, or never be worthy. I'll always be in debt. Yeah. Is that true, Amy? No, it's not true. What are some other ones? That I can't successfully finish a task at work. Is that true? I'm not going to reach my goal. I'll never have real friends. Is that true? I'll never like the way I look. But it likes to try and bite me in the ass sometimes. I can't do it. Is it true that you can't do it? I'll never be the weight I want to be. Is that true? Maybe the weight you want to be is right now. You just don't realize it. If you believe that you can't do something, it's because in the past, the only evidence you have is that you quote unquote can't. That's why most people don't do things, is because they don't believe they can. And it's most likely because the things you tried in the past, it didn't work. So any new opportunity that comes to you in the future, you run from, because you're running from that preconditioned thought that you're always going to fail. And that's not true. Body image. I am not good enough to get the promotion to succeed in business, right? So when we have these negative thoughts of I'm not good enough, or I'll never be this, or right? We're never going to get rid of these thoughts. It's always going to happen. So what you do is you question your inner critic. That's your inner critic going into your brain. So you literally, when I said to Amy, she says, I'll always be in debt. I said, is that true? And she goes, no. You know these thoughts are not true. You know that. But we think, oh, I'm having this thought. It must be true. It must be real. Yes, have to rewire your thinking. It's rewire your thinking, but also just noticing when you have these thoughts and asking yourself, is this true? Is this true? No. And 9 times out of 10, it is not true. Thoughts are just thoughts. Yes, that's my line. It comes back to trusting yourself to question your old ways. I have to go do Valentine's Day cards. Okay, we'll catch you later, Julia. Yes, that makes so much sense, Hannah, I know. Because we stray away from things when we have no evidence that we will succeed at them. But how will you ever know if you succeed at something new if you don't try to do it? Going in with the mindset that that was the past and the new me will succeed. Going in with the mindset that this will be the change, this will work. There are so many things that I have done in less than a year that I had no idea if it was going to work or not, but I said it will work. I decided it will work, and it works. Because the definition of it working is different to everyone else. So if I just decide it will work in some way or another, it will work. I think it hurts when some people say you may know say that things are impossible and put negative thoughts in your head. I think it hurts when some people you may know say that things are impossible and put negative thoughts in your head. Yeah. It's not impossible. And this is the thing too. Exactly. It comes back to not caring what people think. There are going to be people that don't believe in you, but it's not a reflection of you. It's the fact that they're not confident in themselves. They don't think that what you're going to do, they can do, so they get jealous and they lash out on you. That's what it comes down to. If someone thinks you can't do something and you do it, they're going to get mad because they're not doing anything to do it. They need the same work, but they're just in a different place. You'll never be everyone's cup of tea. And that's just something we have to deal with, right? So a lot of negative self-talk that just needs to be asked, is it true? It's not true. They're just thoughts. You can realize that a thought doesn't have to be true. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. And when you find yourself sinking in a moment or moments or hours or days where it's a lot of negative thoughts and you feel like it is your reality, step back and go do something that raises your vibe, that makes you feel good. Give yourself time to get out of it. Know that it's temporary. The goal is your norm to be so good and so high vibe. And sometimes the negative thoughts come over and then you get through them. It's not temporary. That is emotional intelligence. Knowing that it's not temporary is emotional intelligence. I'm a very emotional being through the good times, the bad times, the frustrations, the sadness. Like, I feel what I feel, but I know all the emotions are just temporary. And for me anyways, I need to release them and I get them out and then I'm back to my normal kind of mediocre vibe of being. So know that the emotions aren't temporary. The fear isn't temporary. The sadness or whatever it is, it's not temporary. All right. So what are ways that you can set yourself up to start feeling good in areas, and maybe specific areas that you want to feel good in? What are some small things that you can start to do that you can like check off and be like, yes, I did this, to start getting that confidence muscle working? Some small things, right? So we get discouraged about our abilities to do things because we set our goals too high and we think if tomorrow I don't reach my goal, then I suck, then I fail. But why can't we still have that big goal, but break it down into smaller things, and each thing you do and you check it off, it builds that confidence. You know you're working towards a goal. Yes, exactly. Breaking down goals into smaller pieces. We think tomorrow I'm going to have my dream body. Tomorrow I'm going to have the best business. Tomorrow I'm going to make $1 million. Tomorrow everyone's going to love me. Tomorrow I'm going to love my body. It doesn't work like that. And then when tomorrow comes and it doesn't happen, we get mad and then we think it never is going to happen. It's not how it works. It's small things at a time add up, right? So breaking it down. Once you built like a stream of success, it just makes you feel good. You're more motivated to stick to what you want to do. And it reminds you of your achievements. Yes, working backwards. I make a list of 5 things I need to do and lead to your goal. Often holds me back. I set goals and expect it to happen at once. It's baby steps. Yes. And I just saw the post that you put in CC. I didn't approve it yet, but we get discouraged when we want something to happen at a certain time and it doesn't happen. And then we're like, F this. You can't be like that. You have to be resilient. The life that you want needs to be so worth the struggle, so worth the ups and downs. I make some weekly goals to keep me motivated. I literally thought this today. What does the up level me live like do, etc.? Okay, start being that now. Yes, being that now. When you flip the switch and focus on positive and there's still negative, but your main focus is the good and what can I do now? Everything changes. Your day changes, your vibe changes, your energy changes. It's just about doing it and practicing it and integrating it, right? And take time to reflect. You all know I love the celebration of the small things, the good things, the achievements, the weeks, the months, the years. Celebrate and look back to be like, oh my God, I literally had this on my call today with my mentor, Melanie. I didn't know I was having my call today. First of all, she was calling me and I was like, why are you calling me? That's a whole nother story. I was sitting here and I'm talking about all these things and she goes, Steph, I haven't even known you for a year. She hasn't even known my existence for a year. And the things that I have done in a year don't even make sense. And I literally had to stop and be like, holy shit, what did I do in such a short amount of time? And it motivated me because there's a lot of other big things happening and it's getting really overwhelming. But I was like, if I did a retreat, a podcast, I rebranded 3 different things. I made how many professional videos, the balloon video, the CC video, the documentary. If I did all that in less than a year, I can do what's coming next. I can do it. So to take time to reflect on what you've done, big or small, is huge. Hannah, I'm going to call you out, Hannah. She's probably getting... Hannah made a big accomplishment in the gym and she celebrated it and she messaged me and she wrote it in our CC group and she is like, this was the thing. And to some people it would have been so small, but to her it was the biggest accomplishment ever. And it showed her that she could do that, something that was so scary, that she could do anything in her life right now that is scary. So celebrate it. Tell people. Celebrate with people who understand it. Celebrate it with yourself just by recognizing how much you've done. You've done so much. Appreciate it. And then move forward and create more magic for your life. It's incredible what you can do. All right. Gonna keep going here, or else we're gonna be here till 12 midnight. That's past my bedtime, okay? So we're getting there, guys, okay? So confidence also comes, and this is the foundation of me at my core, and I believe it's the foundation of everyone else at their core. They just don't truly believe it because it's the first thing to put off. It's your health. I'm not talking about the goal body. I'm not talking about the goal weight. I'm talking about treating yourself good. When we get busy and we get overwhelmed, the first thing to go is, okay, I'm not going to work out. Okay, yeah, I'm done meal prepping. Yeah, I'm not going to eat well. I'm not going to take care of my personal development. I'm talking physical, and I'm also talking mental, mindset, emotional health. So for me, and I'm also talking sleep, anything like health and wellness related. The first thing to go, if it's anything sleep, fitness, health, everything else falls off. So it is a standard. Sarah says, yes, it's totally me. First thing to go if I get busy, yes. So to take care and to feel good, to literally feel good, is your body. So if you are not taking care of your body, you're not going to feel good. And you're not going to feel as confident as you can feel and as happy as you can feel because you're not taking care of yourself. So if you're not right now prioritizing your health or your fitness, you need to maybe start seeing how you can prioritize that. I call these my non-negotiables. Our sleep is number one. If I don't get my sleep, the day is gone. I'm done. See you later, right? Sleep, gym, eating well, drinking enough food. These are the things. Because if I don't keep that a standard in my life, I'm a hot mess. I can't show up in my business. I can't coach. I can't do anything. So I need to keep those intact. So maybe figure out what are you doing or what are you not doing now that needs a little more attention to make you feel high vibe, to make you feel amazing. I'm starting to get better at that. Sleep, eating, exercise, and stress I'm working on. And then Amy and Allie are going to connect about all those things. Yes. Yes. So taking care of yourself first. We want to take care and do all the other things, but nothing feels good unless we feel good. And then that also comes back to being self-aware. Where in your day are you being lazy and doing nothing when you could be taking care of yourself? How much time are you wasting consuming things that aren't beneficial to you, right? Very important. Very, very, very important. And one of my favorite things is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries. Who's in your life? Who's out of your life? Who gets your time? Who doesn't get your time? You surround yourself with negative people, you're negative. If you surround yourself with high vibe people, you're high vibe. Where are your boundaries in your life? What do you set yourself standards to? If people are asking you, I'm going to come hang out, come do this, and you know that you want to get a workout in to feel good, where's your boundary? Do you stand up for yourself? Ashley says, going to keep reinforcing my non-negotiables. I let myself fall into my own BS too often. Calling yourself out. Yeah. Call yourself out. You're allowed to. This is why self-awareness and reevaluating where you're feeling is so good. Be like, I'm off this week. What was working? What wasn't working? What do I need to change? That's just how life is always going to be. Ups and downs. What can you do to pull yourself out? Call yourself out if you've been slacking. Call yourself out if you haven't been going to bed till 2 a.m. Call yourself out what needs to be fixed, right? And that's so powerful to do. I've been good with setting boundaries with areas like gym, sleep, food, but some areas I slack in, and it's normal. So when you know you can create good habits in the gym or in health or in fitness or whatever, you know you have the ability to create habits. It's just about extending that into other areas of your life. But at 2 a.m. is going to be me tonight. Well, that's okay for this one time only. That's amazing that you're here, right? So all these things to think about of how it affects how you feel, how it affects your happiness, how it affects your health, and how it affects your confidence. I did that Sunday, try to talk myself out of going to the gym, but I have time to go on social media. Yes, exactly. All right. So another really fascinating thing to talk about is building your capacity for energy. So what does this mean? It means that sometimes stress is good for us. It keeps us alert and gives us that extra energy needed to perform. So sometimes if we get overwhelmed and crazy, like stressed or jittery or anxious, how can you turn those feelings into excitement and turn them into being productive? Like knowing how to engage with your feelings in your body and expand your presence rather than shrinking it down, right? So when we feel anxious or stressed or whatever, how can you release that in a positive way to make you feel good, to make you feel confident on the other end of that? I have had to be out of the gym the last 2 weeks for health reasons, and I'm over it. Seeing the specialist tomorrow. Yes. Good luck, Lindsay, for that, right? So noticing when you start to feel overwhelmed, what you can do to take that energy and put it somewhere that you feel good on the other side. Overwhelmed, day is going crazy, what can you do? Go for a walk, go do something good, go journal, go take a nap, go do something to raise your vibe. So good. And allow yourself to just give yourself permission to be in this process right now of discovering where you're at, and know that some things are going to work and some things might work, and it's okay. It's okay for things to not work. It's all about reevaluating, right? How often do you look at someone else and think, oh my God, they're happier than me, they're beautiful, they're more beautiful than me, they're successful, they're active, and I just want to be like them, but I can't be like them. Who here is like sitting there like, I wish it was that easy. The people that we look at and think they've got it all together still have the same problems, are still comparing themselves to others, but they just decide to move forward because they have the resiliency, the confidence, and the courage to keep going towards what they want. Your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, your things are worth all of that too. It's about how you act and respond to it. It all comes down to that, right? And we don't tend to consider that failure is also kind of an accomplishment. When you fail at something, you learn about yourself. You become stronger. You learn, oh, this wasn't for me, or this wasn't the thing I should have done. There is success in failure. We look at failure as the worst thing in the world. It's a good teacher, yes. And it means you tried. It means you put yourself out there. It builds courage. So being afraid to fail and then not doing things because we're afraid to fail just sets us up to never succeed, because we're scared. We live in fear. Yes, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. So allow yourself to learn, allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to be new, put yourself in new situations. That is how you grow and evolve. That is how you grow and evolve. And it's the most beautiful thing, right? So you're all on here live or watching the replay because you feel like there's areas that you want to work on. You feel like you want more for yourself. Sarah says, I am like that, afraid to try in case I fail, but I am putting myself out there more, and the results are usually better than I thought. Yes, that's amazing. It seems like it is good to fail versus winning all the time. You need to learn lessons. Yes, 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 yes. You learn the most things when you quote unquote fail, right? And that's amazing. So who here feels it like in their body, like you feel that you're here, like living for a deeper purpose than you're living right now, or you're on the verge of it coming out? You feel it like in your body. You can feel it in your chest. Absolutely. Me. Every day of my life. This girl, me, like look at all these comments coming in. Like, hi, yes, me. Can you confidently say that you are doing things to the best of your ability right now to get you to live that life, to live what's pulling out of your body? I feel it, but I don't know what it is yet. So you know what you have to do, Hannah, is you have to try and start doing things. Just do things. Discover. I feel it and it makes me cry. No, I have been holding myself back. Not everything. Yes, but I could be doing a lot more. Yeah. You all have this in you for a reason. And you can let it sit or you can do something with it. For 20, I want to say 24 years. I really don't know. I had that feeling in my heart. And I tell this story and tell it because it's so vivid to me. Like I could see the day. I was 4 years old and I knew I was meant for more. I was like, I didn't know what that is. I didn't know what that was. And then I was told by all these people, like, this isn't realistic. I have to go down this linear path and all these things. And I hated myself for years. I hated myself. So you can go through something for a very long time, but you can change very fast if you decide to change very fast. Things don't have to take years. Things can happen in 6 months. It is available to you, but it's only available if you allow it to happen. Not as much as I should at all. Fear keeps getting me 1 step forward, 2 steps back, but at least you're moving forward. I feel like I'm doing things to get me towards where I want to be, but I still need to recognize the way I do things. Yeah. An ongoing process, right? So we come on here and do a webinar and do a training, and it's like, oh, yes, this makes sense. I recognize this in myself, and here I am, and oh my gosh, yes, and I want to move forward, but I don't know how to move forward, and it's amazing, and we have these realizations, and all these women are here, and you're watching this, and it's like, what next? What next? Some of you are going to come off and you're going to go watch Netflix and you're going to go to bed and you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to feel bad about yourself and you're not going to do anything to change. Some of you, like me, are going to get off and be like, my head is exploding with information. Okay, let myself cool down. And tomorrow you're going to wake up and say, how can I take this and apply it into my life? That is when change happens. That is when change happens. Change doesn't happen. I can't come on here, and I wish I could, and sprinkle all the confidence and the zest in you for you to change your life. I can't. Only you can do that. But I can come on here and have these conversations, and you can decide where you take this, and you can use it, and you can be motivated. But this information will not transform your life unless you use this energy that you feel right now. What energy do you feel right now? What energy do you feel right now? you feel some type of energy, whether it's like, oh my God, this is a lot, or this is new, this is exciting, I actually said it, excitement. Nothing happens. You feel motivated, excited. Nothing happens with this energy unless you do something, unless you put it towards something. Scared and excited, positive, excited, yes. So some people will just have this energy and sit with it and let it fade, but some people will do something with it. Very level-headed, like there's potential. There is potential. Yes, sir. I think it will always be progress because you keep up leveling. Yes, 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 yes. So the reason that you look at certain people and you think, oh my God, her life's together and she's confident, is because she does things to be more confident, to live the life of her dreams. I live it, I act it, I breathe it. It is my life, it is my purpose. And that's the way I show up, because I am dedicated to my life and to living a life that is more than mediocre, to living a life where I don't waste a year, to living a life where I realize that it can end tomorrow. So if it ends tomorrow, do I want to look back and be really fucking happy? Or do I want to say I wasted a lot of time hating my life? And that's just the reality of it, because that's the truth of it. We don't realize it until it hits, that anything can happen tomorrow. But we waste all the days thinking we have forever. I'll wait till next week. I'll wait till whenever. Guys, and I say this and I don't want pity from it, the last month of my life was the worst month I've ever had in my entire life. I lost my father and my grandpa. My mom lost her husband and her dad. It doesn't even make sense. And I don't say it for pity. I say it because you can still live a really good life when tragedy happens. And I don't want you to experience something or something to happen to you and think, I wish my life was better. I told you I was going to cry. My dad told me, literally before he died, that all he wanted was for his family to be happy. All I want for you is for you to live the happiest life that you could ever have. Why do I cry like this? Because I believe it so deeply in my heart. And it hurts me to see women hold themselves back from a life that is so beyond what you could even imagine. I believe this so in my heart for all of you. Like, I feel it in my body right now. And I want you to live the life that you're craving right now, whatever that looks like for you. Know that you're not destined to negativity. You're not destined to feel bad about yourself. You are destined to be stronger. And if I can do it, you can too. I'm not special. You can do anything in your life. I know you can. And you're on here because you know you can too. It just needs a little spark. Whew. Thank you. Yes. So I want you to use the energy. I want you to use the energy you feel to do something, and please do something to change. Whether this was the spark for you to think, oh my God, I need to do something, or you go out tomorrow and you do something, the craziest thing ever. Whatever it means for you, use this, be open that this is the change for you. And I dedicate my life to creating a life that I'm obsessed with and I love so much and I'm excited about. And I want you guys to do the same, right? So take this energy, go with it, and you learn about yourself while you do, right? You learn while you do. You came on here and I'm sure you learned a lot of things about yourself, but what really the magic happens is when you go forward, the way you act and when you implement this is when the change is going to occur. I promise you that. And I see that in myself. I see that in the women that I work with. You've got to do things to make the transformation happen. Okay? Okay. So this will be recorded. You can keep this. You're all live. If people, I'm just going to read Chantel's. Just so confused where to start. I dropped all the negative people in my life and now I'm not sure how to meet new people because I have no one to go out to meet people with. So confused how to start. you know what? Maybe you need a period of time to just be alone. Maybe it's a sign of you needing to really figure out who you are. And there's nothing wrong with going out alone. There's nothing wrong with having connections through the internet because those are the people you want to be with. There's nothing wrong with having 1 or 2 high vibe friends in your life and not 100 friends that are kind of negative. Right? So maybe this is a transition in your life where you're just letting go of negative people, and the right people are going to come in very naturally. And if you just trust that, it will happen. Don't go searching for it. Just trust that it will happen. I believe that a lot. It's a transition right now. Absolutely. So, hope you guys are all feeling okay. A lot of you are already taking this a step further and doing this with me on a whole new level and a different vibe in CC lifestyle. And so if you are doing that, I'd love to know in the comments if you are. If you are not, I highly suggest that you take this and implement it. This is what I mean by implementing it, is because many of you will stay stuck just taking this surface level. This is the tip of what you can experience in a program that takes something to a whole new level. And I'm honored that I can do this and give part of this to you in a free setting, in a setting like this where you're all welcome. But if you truly want to take something to the next level for yourself, the next step is CC Lifestyle. And it's in March. And it's a condensed program. It's 10 days, unless you're VIP, which VIP is sold out because everyone took VIP right away. And I can't take any more VIP. You guys are smirking. It's $444. There are payment plans. It's 10 days with many trainings like this in those 10 days, plus a group setting, plus probably more live streams, because my whole focus during that time is going to be this. So I invite you to take the next step for yourself, because I know many of you who don't do like mindset things like this just don't know what it looks like on the other side. And I get it too, because you don't know what it looks like until you do it. But this is something that can truly change your life. And the foundation is mindset. The foundation is how you feel about yourself. The foundation is confidence, resiliency, emotional intelligence. Yes, it was so powerful. I just can't wait to see what is in store for March. Neither can I. It's gonna be good. So if this is something that's pulled to you, you have time to sign up, just reach out to me. But I want you to know that. I want you to know that this is great, but my biggest fear from this is that you will just forget about it tomorrow and not act on it. And if you're afraid because in the past you've failed, there is no way to fail CC Lifestyle. There's no way to fail it. It's impossible. There's no way to fail it. You take the tools and you run with it. You take the tools. And the most magical thing is we think, well, after 10 days, my life should change. The way life doesn't happen in time. It happens when you're aligned with what you learn. So it might change in 10 days, but it might take 2 weeks for you to really, oh my God, that clicked and your life changed. Right? We go in thinking, oh, it's 10 days. My life's not going to change. That's not how it is. It might change in a month because you needed a month for the things to click. If anyone wants to talk, DM me. I will be so open to talk about mindset. My life have changed. So here, I'm going to tell Allie's story. Allie started with me, was it August, September, and Mediocre to Magical. It's a different mindset course. I didn't even know what Allie was going through in her life. And she needed that course, and she did that course, and she showed up, and she loved it. And I did a draw for a free one-on-one coaching call, and Allie won, and we did an hour call, and it was great. And then like a day later, she hired me as her one-on-one coach, and she's still in coaching with me right now, and she's flying to where I live in April and coming to my retreat. Allie is also in Courageously Confident and Courageously Confident Continued. She needs maybe an award. I should probably send out trophies to people. But the point is, that's what happened when you take one step and you don't know what it looks like on the other side until you're there and you're like, wow, what just happened? And that's an incredible thing. And now Allie is building a business Like, it's just insane what happens. It's insane what happens. And this isn't because Allie's special, although I think she is. It's because she made choices. She made decisions, and they were scary. Okay. So this is available to you. I'm a message away. We start in March. I am going somewhere really freaking cool in March. So some of the live streams and the live trainings are going to be in a whole new vibe. So I'm going to be in a whole new energy, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So it's going to be really fun. Just know that as well. Any questions at all, reach out to me. I'm a message away. Any takeaways that you guys have and you want to share them in the CC community, please write in my community. Share about the things you've gone through just because you wanted to share, right? That's another way to keep this vibe and this energy up for sure. But the coaching is with me in groups. I am not sure if I will do this again. I'm honestly not sure. I can honestly just say I'm not sure if I am at this time. There will be other mindset things, but this style of program, I really don't know. Okay. So I think you are all amazing. I appreciate you all so much. I am proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for showing up, for sitting here for an hour and a half. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think the world of all of you. I appreciate you all too. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. And I hope that you do something with this. That's like the bottom line. I hope that you do something with this energy. Okay. I love you all. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see a lot of you soon throughout the week. All right. Bye, guys.